What's up, everybody? Welcome to Plasma Cats Podcast, episode number 3. I'm your host, Plasma Cat, aka Dalton Pratt.
I'm your boy Sphinx Cat, aka Chris Wright.
And we are here at Mississippi Sound House in Alton.
Indeed, shout out Mississippi Sound
Shout out
House real
Mississippi
quick.
Sound House, man. If anybody wants to record, you want to get a great sound, affordable pricing, this is the spot to come. Great environment, great creative vibes. Decent place to chill, and he's hosting our podcast. So,
Indeed.
what more do you want? You know what I mean? This is going to be a quick episode. Just me and Sphinx Cat. The other two members are out for today, which is all good. But shout out to the other members, Ozzy Cat and Farrah Cat.
Shout out to the
You
boys.
dig the Thundercat gang in the building. Only 2 Thundercats today, but we still lit.
Look, Thundercat Nation.
Straight up. Everybody check out our Facebook page, Plasma Cats Podcast, and our YouTube, Plasma Cats Podcast, where we post all of our content, which hopefully there will be more in the future. Right now we're just posting
Most definitely.
podcasts, but that's because we have other things in the works. To start this off, so this is going to be a short podcast. We're just going to talk about, we have a topic today,
Indeed,
which is
we do have a topic.
interesting and fun.
We
So
do
we're
have a
going to see
topic.
how this goes. But before we get to that, there's some other things I want to bring up. We are currently looking for anybody in the Alton area, anybody in Illinois that's doing anything cool that is interesting, wants to be featured on the podcast, wants to hang out and get interviewed, questioned by me and the boys. We just want to see kind of some of the cool shit that's going on in Alton and surrounding areas. So if you're doing something cool, you want a platform to talk and let people know what you're doing that's super rad, then fucking come sit down with us and we'll talk about it.
Right on. And
So-
even if sometimes you just want to come in and, feel the vibe of the podcast to see if that's something you would want to do, then I think me and the boys would be perfectly fine with something.
Right. If you
like
want to
that.
start a podcast and you want to see what we're doing and
Mm-hmm.
kind of get a footing off that, like, hey, we're more than down to collaborate with anybody.
Right.
And, but yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a skateboarder, if you're a musician, if you're, an artist, like, it
anything,
don't
anything.
matter. Hit us up, slide in the DMs, Plasma Cats Podcast on Facebook, and let us know that you want to be featured on the show. We'll try to get you in.
Indeed.
Okay, so today's topic of discussion is haters.
Haters it is.
Haters, man. Luckily, the show has received very few haters, which
Very few.
I'm grateful for. We got one dislike.
Yeah.
One dislike hanging out on YouTube. It's just kind of chilling there.
And I kind of think I know who it is, but
Dude,
we're not going to say any
I
names.
be thinking who it is too,
We're
though.
not
So
gonna
I
say
don't know.
any names.
Maybe we low key got some haters.
Man. Look,
But everything else that we be doing, people seem to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep this train rocking. But
most definitely.
I'll start off the haters conversation by asking, do you think it's okay to judge people, to throw shade at people? Is throwing shade a cool thing to do or not?
Throwing shade is definitely the worst thing you could do. Like, that's one of the worst things you could do. It shows something about your character, it lowers if anything, it lowers your self-esteem. Like, it's
Right.
not gonna, it just shows us who you really are. It shows us your character.
Right. So what is a hater? So like if somebody just doesn't like what the fuck you're doing,
Right.
and they're just like, dude, what you're doing sucks.
And
Is
see,
that a hater?
I wouldn't classify that as a hater.
No?
I wouldn't classify that as a hater because people all have their opinion. Everybody's obligated to an opinion. What I would call a hater is the second part of what you said, not necessarily the first one. I don't care if you don't fuck with my stuff. You feel me? It's what you say. You
How
have
you say
power in
it?
your words. The way you say it, the way you perceive things towards how I'm talking to you.
Right.
If you showing me that you don't want to be bothered, I'm talking
Right.
to you, you showing me that you don't want to talk and stuff like that. Or if you just outright saying, bro, what you doing ain't right.
Right.
How are you gonna tell me
Like,
I'm
fuck
not
how
doing
you do
something
that.
right? Right. That's a hater. You feel me?
That's a hater.
Yeah.
So
and-
now we know.
Now we know.
Now we know. I think that sets the foundation
Indeed.
for the conversation. That's what a hater is. Somebody that just, dismisses what the fuck you're doing just
Right.
for a pointless reason. Now,
For
if they
a pointless-
honestly don't like what you're doing, they can voice that opinion. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't necessarily make you a hater.
Right.
But if you downright dismiss what somebody's doing for basically no reason, you're a fucking hater.
Right.
Okay, we got that cleared up. But I think I have a little bit different of a stance.
Okay.
I'm all for shaming.
Okay.
I actually like shame.
Yeah.
I think shame is beneficial,
Okay.
right? In the sense that if you're doing something I don't fucking like,
Right.
I should be able to shame you and no harm, no foul. And that improves, right, the way that people act around each other. So kind of we're all in this game of fucking pointing the fingers at each other.
Right.
Oh, you fucking suck at this. Okay, well, you fucking suck at this, right? And we all suck at something.
Indeed.
A great quote from Adventure Time is, you gotta suck at something before you're kind of okay at something.
Right.
And the really good message is, and that is not before you're great at something, before you're kind of okay.
Good.
Before you're kind of okay at something,
Right.
you gotta suck first.
Right.
So I'm all for shaming to get to that next level.
Yeah.
And I don't think those people are haters.
Okay, quick question then. What level of shame does it get you? Well, what level of shame do you have to produce in order to be classified as a hater?
Oh, that's where the bar gets raised, I definitely think there's that threshold where it's like, okay, yeah, you're no longer just shaming me because of my vile actions, right? You're shaming, like, especially shaming something positive.
Right.
I've always found that hater-esque.
Yeah.
I don't know if every single time it's a hater, right? But it's hater-esque. Right? Somebody's working out, somebody's doing something positive.
And you're going to tell them, like, oh.
And you're just like,
no gains.
well, yeah, you're going to work out, but, are you really going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Right.
And it's like, maybe I'm not shooting for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Like, why
That's
you
not my
why are
goal.
you approaching me like a hater right now?
Man.
And like sometimes it's hard to know. Like, are you a hater or are you just saying the obvious? Like stating the fucking obvious whenever it doesn't need to be stated.
I mean,
I don't know. You probably a hater.
You probably
a hater. Honestly, there's no other way to go about it.
Indeed. I completely 100% agree with that, Like you said, if someone just blatantly, like, comes out and just elaborates on the obvious.
Yes.
Like, oh,
That's like the low-key trademark of a fucking hater.
That shade, I feel like.
It's shade.
That would be shade.
It's shady and it's, straight up. But I feel like if people are doing the shit that's not appreciated, right? So like, and dude, trust and believe, I'm a fucking hater. I'll be the first one to say it, yo. I am a fucking hater.
Yeah.
Because I believe in this theory that fucking we should all just fucking shame each other into acting better, right? And of course, like, being judgmental goes hand in hand with that, right?
And
like, I'm gonna judge your ass, straight up, straight up. If you a crackhead, I'm gonna know that you a crackhead. I'm gonna be like, that's a crackhead. Like, get off the shit, quit smoking crack. Like, I'm gonna judge and shame the shit out of you.
Yeah, and that's not hating.
Because I don't appreciate those actions. Now, am I a hater to crackheads?
I wouldn't say you're a hater to crackheads because, and then just like you said, it's all right to have judgment. Everyone should have judgment. Everyone should have. There is a such thing as bad judgment and good judgment. When people say don't judge people, you have to judge people.
That is
you
the silliest.
have to judge
dude,
people.
That is one of those things that is repeated so often. That, and it's so just right off the top, it's cliche and corny and whatever.
Right.
But even on the philosophical note, like, even whenever you pause and really look at what they're saying, it just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
From a logical standpoint, not judging people makes no sense. Do not
None
do that.
whatsoever.
Do not live your life like that. You are going to get in trouble very quickly.
Fast.
Yeah, fast. Like, you are not going to survive very long if you do not judge anybody.
And you have to. That's the thing.
You have to survive.
Like I was saying, there's a good judgment, there's a bad judgment. Bad judging is hating,
Bad judgment is hating.
Oh, I don't like her, she thinks she all that. That girl probably don't think she all that. She
girl
probably just living her life.
She is trying to live her best life, man. She out here just hanging out by the dumpster.
Right.
Oh, and
so do you think judgment or haters have something in common with people who assume or jump to conclusion?
I think in a way, right? I think that like I said, they're gonna assume you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger if you're working out. And it's like, I don't know where you got that assumption from, right? Like, just let people fucking do good.
Right.
Let fucking people do good, you know? And have your opinion. Be like, dude, I just don't think you have the body type to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, he
Right.
was the best, and I just don't ever think that you'll be that great.
And that's if they bring it up, though.
That's if they bring it up.
Right.
But I can look at a boxer, right, and be like, look, I know Ali was the greatest boxer. Like, I watched dude box.
Right.
You're not Ali. Straight up.
Straight
you
up.
ain't Ali. But I'm not going to be like, bro, you should quit boxing because you're not fucking great.
Man.
Like, you know what I mean? That's straight. You're drinking Haterade.
Haterade.
Straight
Straight from the
up.
bottle. Taking it to the neck.
Who do you think catches more hate, men or women?
Definitely women.
Definitely women, right?
Women are very emotional.
Right.
And what I've noticed is women can be complimenting each other in their head, but if another woman sees another woman staring at her or like looking at her in any kind of way, she's automatically gonna hate that woman, or she's gonna think that she's talking about me.
Right.
You know? And that woman can be saying all positive things. So now she's gonna hate on her, and then that girl's gonna find out that she hated on her. Now she's gonna start hating on her. You
And
know?
that's where the
cycle
it's
begins.
just a
You
cycle.
know?
And what I've noticed, dude, is that women are far meaner to each other
Oh man.
than men
Oh,
ever
man.
could be.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
I don't never see a dude and I'm like, man, his fucking shoes don't match his fucking
At all.
Never.
At all.
I've never done it. I don't understand it. But women, dude, you see them do it every day.
Every day.
Every
And,
fucking
you know,
day.
men, sometimes we think about it. Like, I'm not going to lie.
I might think
I
it.
think some
That
hating
dude-
ass
that,
shit.
That dude's shoes be dusty. His shoes a little
Like,
dusty.
right. I think some hating ass shit, but I'm not going, I'm not going to openly just be like, bro, you this and that. Your shoes don't match. You stink, bro. I'm not going to tell my friends, look at this dude. No, if anything, I'm going to go over there and help, bro.
Right.
Like,
I'm going to be like,
know,
bro, you need, get some
like,
new shoes, dog.
tie your shoes up, bro.
You might want to tie your shoes, bro.
Man, tie your shoes.
But girls, I feel like, do you think that's like a ladder climbing thing to like find the best mate? You know, like the way, because I see men
That's
do
a good
that.
question.
I see men do that.
I have.
Men will climb the ladder by dissing a dude
and trying to
being
make
a
himself
hater
look better.
to try to look better. You feel like that's what's going on with women? They're trying to mate select by hating on another woman?
That's a tricky one actually, because I feel like women, it depends on the woman for real.
It depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation, honestly, because women, a lot of women just hate just to hate, you know?
Right.
But then at the same time, a lot of women may be trying to find a mate. I will never know that because I'm not a female. So, in my
and I
opinion,
guess it's kind of like depending
it's situational,
on the woman,
just like how men
depending-
would be.
Right.
I'm not always gonna be trying to compete for
But
best mate.
I think that is super prevalent in the
Oh,
male
man.
community.
Because we're so dominant, we're so competitive towards one another.
we're
you know?
competitive,
Yeah.
but we're not haters.
Yeah.
Right? And like sometimes you will hate, but usually if you do, it's competing to mate.
Right, and
You
it's
know?
just like I'm trying to knock you down so I can get ahead of you. Like
So-
in basketball,
so I can pick
trash
up the
talk.
scraps. You know what I mean? I want your scraps, so I'm gonna dish you whenever you ain't around, make myself look good,
And I'm gonna pick those up.
and I'm gonna pick up those scraps.
Those scraps are mine now.
But what's weird is that women post on social media, leaving themselves open to such harsh criticism. They get the harsh criticism, they dish it out themselves, and then they don't like whenever it's dished back on them. It's really confusing. To be honest, I don't understand it.
I will never understand it. Honestly, I
If
mean,
you guys
I think
wanted
about
the male
it.
perspective, we don't understand it.
No, we just
Straight
don't.
up,
I don't get
get
it.
it.
I don't get how a woman can look at another woman and think she's talking about her. Like when I see a dude looking at me, I'm like, "What's up?"
Right, right. I'm never
Hey.
thinking like, damn, that dude's judging me.
Right, ever.
That dude's
ever.
judging my outfit. He's judging my eyebrows right
Man,
now.
Right now.
I
Right
never
now.
think about that.
No, ever.
But as dudes, there is haters in this world. You know what I mean? What about female to male haters and male to female haters? Right? Like I see it all the time. Men being haters towards women as well.
This is true. This
You
is
know what I
very
mean?
true.
Uh,
In today's society, there's a lot of I'm gonna just say shit. There's a lot of shit
Right.
where there's a lot of females that want to do dude shit, and there's a lot of dudes that be doing female shit. You
Yeah.
know, in my opinion, a man should never go on social media and rant about any other man doing anything. You know, if you're
Right.
gonna rant about something political or like, you know, if any like
A
rant about
logical-
some logical shit,
a
you know,
logical
that way
response
you can
instead
get
of an
some logical
emotional
response.
response.
Right, that's more of a female thing to do.
a female
you know?
trait, right.
A female trait. A female would go on social media. Okay, I'm expecting to see females post their feelings on social media
Right.
because females want to be noticed. You know,
Right.
dudes, I don't feel like dudes should have to be noticed as much. You know, females, dudes, we're the backbone, you know? Females are that face, you know?
Right, right. And that's what I think. I think women put their image on a much higher platform than what men do. And so obviously whenever we talk about women hating women, it's more on an image.
Right,
As of this point in the conversation, it's been more about image.
right.
Now, what if you see a guy that's super beta male, not doing nothing with his fucking life, not trying to pull women, not trying to make money, not trying to fucking do shit? Like, I'll hate on that dude all fucking day. But
I won't hate him. I won't hate on him. I'll shame him,
shame, right?
but I'll shame him to his face, you know?
Right,
And I'll
right.
tell him, you know,
you need to
you
level
need
up.
to do some shit. Like,
Right.
I'll shame him, but I'll never hate on you and not try to improve
and
you,
not
you know?
give you criticism
Right.
on what you could.
constructive criticism.
Right, and it's the same thing. Like the guy that's doing those things, because there's one of you listening, and we see you, we know who you are.
We definitely do.
I know that guy has more to offer than that,
Right.
right? And he's just not bringing that full potential to the world,
Exactly.
and that's fucking bogus.
And it's crazy because because as men, I feel like we can see when another guy has potential in this world.
Right.
And
Well, I think every male has potential.
Every male-
but
right.
I think that it's underutilized.
Right.
You know?
You know, I can see when I can look at somebody, you know, I see people all day. I work at a bank. So I see
Right.
people, I see different people, all shapes and sizes all day long. I see the people that don't do anything with their lives. I see the people who are doing stuff with their lives. And the difference between those people
Yeah.
are just doing shit. Like
Right.
the person that beta male that's not doing anything, and no offense to him, but he deserves to be shamed.
Right.
You know, you
And-
need to be
If
an
he
adult.
got
You
shame,
need to grow up.
if he got the shame, he might
Adjust.
he might look at himself
Mm-hmm.
and go, "Holy shit! They noticed that I'm not fucking working out.
Right.
They fucking notice that I don't have any friends. They fucking notice that I'm not doing anything with my life. Maybe I should fucking do something about
Right.
this." You know?
And that's, I feel like a lot of times when you go to shame somebody, shame a person that does have, you know, that isn't doing anything or may have low self-esteem problems and stuff like that, especially men, they take it the wrong way. All the time. Like, you can mean it in the most positive way, but
Well,
depending
especially
on
a
how that
beta
person...
male, right? Because they're
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
insecure. That's you know, and like, but I just feel like as far as shaming goes, men, we're gonna shame your actions. We're gonna
Right.
shame what you're bringing into the
Right.
fucking world. Whereas women are going to shame your image that you show to the world. You know,
Your clothes, your face, your hair, you know?
and it's just crazy. I never see that from a male.
I can't, like, I'm not gonna lie. There's certain people in the world that I'd be like, he fitted this. I wish I could be that fitted.
Bruno Mars.
Man,
Bruno Mars is the swankiest
Man.
motherfucker on the planet.
mine is the Migos. The Migos
Oh,
got the
swear to God,
Migos.
swanking,
Sauce
swanking.
gods, sauce gods. You feel me? Like, man, I see them. I'm like, I want to see them, but I doubt that I'll go around them and they look at me and be like, you know,
This guy ain't put together.
he ain't doing nothing with his life. You know,
Right.
Get out.
Right.
But I doubt they'll be
Yeah,
like that.
I,
you know?
I doubt that they'd hate like that. If they
Yeah.
seen you, you know, taking action,
Right.
I doubt that they'd be a hater.
Right.
I fucking doubt it. You know?
But I'm gonna tell a little quick story.
Yeah,
I
story
know-
time,
I know-
story time.
story time. So I got a homie. He my barber. You know, my barber, coolest dude you ever meet. Shout out Tony Bradden. I had to shout out my
Shout
barber
out.
real quick. You know, Tony Bradden. You know, he has haters, and you know they're open haters. You know,
Damn.
and like he tells me stories sometimes about the conventions he go to and stuff like that, and how people just hate on him. You know, this dude literally came from. I'm not gonna tell his backstory because that's for him.
Right.
But
Maybe
he
we'll have
came
him
from
on.
down.
Tony, you are invited officially to the podcast, man.
He came from down low, bro. The story that, I mean, just hearing this, bro, been to jail, you know, had to come up, you know, and then now he cutting hair. One of the biggest barbers, best barber I ever had in my life,
Right.
you know. You know, and then the conversation he has with you, you know, you just like, it's a vibe that he gives off. You know, he's a positive dude. He don't talk no nonsense and stuff like that. Most of the stuff he says is positive. Yet this man goes to conventions and stuff, and people
Like
hate.
haircutting conventions?
Yeah, and
Oh,
these
okay.
dudes are big barbers, you
Right,
know,
right.
barbers that are known. And
Right.
for you to hate on somebody that you see coming up, I mean, do you think that's you think that tells
there's
something about your character?
Yeah, there's another level to that, right? Like that's another thing men do
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know if women do it. I guess I haven't seen it if they do. But they hate on a motherfucker that's successful, especially that guy that's in his basement, that's not working
Right.
out, that's not got a job, that ain't got no friends.
And he's making that
And
buku.
he's fucking mad at the guy that's really out here shining, really grinding, really
Man.
working hard, really doing something, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we're all at different levels. Obviously, like everybody's grinding in their own way towards their own goal or whatever. Not
Right.
everybody wants to be that giant successful guy.
Exactly.
So they're not going to run on that treadmill like they want to.
Exactly. And a
You
quote
know, and
that I
that's
heard,
fine.
a quote that I heard not too long ago, not everybody's meant to be great. You know? Some
No,
people
no.
have to work at the fast food restaurant. Some people have to change tires for a living. You know, we need those people to do stuff.
We need those people, but that should be a
a
stepping stone.
Exactly.
If you want to be great,
exactly.
then that job at McDonald's cool. If you need that in your process
Right.
to be great, and sometimes that's what transforms people.
Right.
Seeing that side of the lane shows them, oh shit, I don't really want this lane, so I better figure out a fucking way out.
Exactly.
So they find a way out. It's kind of like jail, right? Jail does that for some people. It shows them, holy shit, I'm on the wrong train. I need to find a different train to get on. And
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
they do, and sometimes they go, you know what? This fucking train is perfect.
Yeah. And that's
I like this train.
typically that's the people who get out and they don't know what to do. And they're like, I might as well hop back on that train. You know?
Right, because and it's like I'm gonna hate on that dude. I'm gonna take a second and hate on that motherfucker.
Right.
Dude, get your life together.
Right.
Get off that fucking train. Get your life together.
Exactly.
Because I think we all bring, especially from the male perspective, I think we all bring potential into the world.
Yeah.
We all
we
have
all
the
have a
potential
gift. We all have a
to
talent.
do
You know.
something, to bring some
Exactly.
kind of positivity. And especially if you're going back to back in jail, you're not bringing no positivity. You're bringing suffering. And I'm for minimizing
Exactly.
suffering and maximizing joy and happiness and fucking positive vibes.
That's the ultimate goal. That's what everybody's goal should be: is to maximize your joy and your happiness in your life. But
Right.
unfortunately, especially in men, especially in black men, I'm gonna say that because I am a black male.
You're allowed
you
to.
know, it's not. It's
not celebrated.
It's not celebrated, right?
Right.
Having a successful life isn't celebrated like it should be in the black community.
And here's the other thing, like people always aim at the top and hate on the top, but we don't see the hard work that gets a motherfucker
We just
there.
see you at the top,
We just see you at the top and all of a sudden like, oh, fuck that guy.
right?
You know, and I think we're all like kind of guilty of it. I
Yeah.
know I definitely am. But
When somebody makes it there before I do,
I feel like if you take a step back and you go, what'd this motherfucker give up to have that spot
Right.
at the top?
right.
And whenever you really look back and analyze what they gave up, I know I'm not willing to give up a lot of that.
Right.
Right? I mean, there's guys like Elon Musk. Dude's got like 6 companies, you know? And it's like, dude, this dude don't get to see his family. This dude ain't cuffing no chicks. This dude ain't going out to the club
ain't
on a
partying,
Tuesday
you know?
and turning up. Am I ready to sacrifice all that to have what he got? I mean, fuck, I don't know. I think our camera shut off. MC3 might want to hit that. As I said before, we are audio based.
Audio
So if
based.
we do not have camera, you will survive.
Yeah, most definitely. Sir.
But you know, people hate on the guy on the top, and I'm just saying, like, you never know what it took them to get
Smart.
there. You know, so
Battery exhausted.
battery is dead on the camera, boys.
On the camera. We got a few minutes to talk, so we might as well finish out this conversation.
Right, but we are audio only right now,
only.
so that's cool. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about that? What do you think about hating on the top whenever you don't know the sacrifice it took them to get there?
That's exact. I mean, you explained it to the T. You know, I don't really think you have the authority to hate. I am guilty of this. I am. I'm not gonna lie. Especially when it was somebody I personally did not like,
Oh,
and
right.
they made it before I did. You know,
That brings a
I
whole
do-
new level of hate.
Yeah, that brings a different level of hate. But at the same time, where it's hate, there's respect. You know,
Right.
There's a line. There's a thin line between hate and respect. You know, I respect you for making it before I did.
Right.
I hate on you because I don't like you as a person. You know, you're not my friend.
Right.
You know, it's normally like a bully that I seen in school or something like
Right.
that. A bully, and then I knew I was destined to make it more than him. Like
Right.
I was grinding to make it for him to see me grind, and
Right.
now he made it before me.
Right.
So you know, there is a jealousy factor there.
Yeah, there used to be that in skateboarding all the time,
Yeah.
right? Like in skateboarding,
Man. Mm-hmm.
whenever I used to skate contests and shit, that was like the number one thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this dude's from a different gang and he just got fucking first and I got fucking fifth. Mm-hmm. Like, he's a good skater. I'm going to give him that. But,
Right.
dude, fuck that guy.
Right. Exactly.
up.
I don't like him. Like, that's not, no.
Happens in music a lot,
Right.
too.
And
Happens in music a lot.
I'm never one to like hate on you for what you're doing. I just hate you to hate you because I don't
Right.
like you.
Right.
You know, there's something
Right.
you did. Me and you don't get along in some way, shape, or form. I have respect for you as a man or a woman, though. You know,
And what you're doing.
right, and what you're doing, because what you're doing is going to influence somebody I care about or I actually like,
Right.
and it's going to influence them to do what you're doing. You know, I want
Right.
to see people succeed too.
So what do we do if kind of a personal question, because I actually have this scenario. There's a guy in music, don't fucking like him, but he seems to do pretty well. Now I think that there's some money behind him, right? But I've definitely been a hater on him.
Yeah.
But see, the difference there is I don't respect his craft either. I don't respect his craft. I don't respect his music, and I don't respect him as a person. Am I allowed to be a hater?
Yeah, because there's some kind of tie there for you, because I know you. You
Right,
know, you're not just
right.
gonna hate on somebody just to hate on them. You know,
Right.
I know there's some tie there to make you not want to be any kind of accessible to this person. Like, I know there's something there for that to happen. You know,
Right.
and that's just from knowing you, right? From what
You
I
hear
know
that,
of you.
dude? I'm allowed to hate on you. Fuck you, dude.
You know who you
You
are.
suck.
Look.
Nobody likes you. Move along. Let the Thundercat come through. We don't like you.
Look.
We're allowed to hate.
Look, exactly.
Yeah, man. Any closing thoughts on haters?
I mean, hey, if you're gonna hate, continue hating and watch where it gets you. You know, but if you want the advice that we're gonna give you, you know, stop the hating shit. Get on your grind. Do what you need to do. Let haters hate on you, and you stop being a hater. You know,
Yeah.
gain some haters, and then that way you know how it felt. You know,
Right. Quote
Once-
of the day is do something.
Do something.
Do something. Show them haters wrong, man.
Indeed.
All right, man. Sphinx Cat. Great
All right.
having you.
Right on, bro.
Thanks for doing it, man. And thanks everyone for tuning in. This was Plasma Cats Podcast, and we
Indeed.
are out. Shout out to Mississippi Sound House. Peace.
Peace.